Want to save money and still travel the world? You absolutely can. Travel doesn't necessarily have to be costly. Now it can also be cost-effective. In fact, if you live in a big city, it could be cheaper to travel the world than to stay at home. We're here to provide you with the list of the cheapest countries to visit in 2022 for an affordable yet unforgettable experience. So stay tuned so you can discover the most cost-effective way to get yourself on that much-needed vacation as soon as possible. On the very top of our list is Vietnam, the country of incredible diversity. Firstly, when we talk about the cheapest countries to visit in Asia, Vietnam is high on that list. With a reported daily budget of $25 to $35 per person, it divides into $10 to $20 for accommodation per night, $5 to $10 for food and drinks, and a total of $1 to $2 for traveling. It's a beautiful haven for all of you on a budget. By backpacking and hiking through the beautiful terrain, you can not only keep your cardio routine going, but also enjoy the beautiful scenery and save up to $5 per day. For all the foodies, Vietnamese street food is an experience they have to add to their list. A bowl of pho, a serving of bánh cuốn, or any other delicious food you crave on your visit to the country will cost you no more than $2 to $3. Secondly, here's another one of our exotic destinations for travel, Cambodia. With its beautiful scenery and rich historical background, Cambodia has a reported daily budget of $30 to $40 per person. This includes up to $5 on food and drinks, up to $12 for accommodation per night, and up to $20 a day for transportation, depending on whether you take the bus or splurge on that high life by taking a seat in an air-conditioned coach. Many travelers have reported the people of Cambodia to be extremely warm and welcoming, so pack your bags and get on that plane with the lush scenery and grandeur of Cambodia in mind. Another beautiful country to visit is Sri Lanka, rich in culture and heritage. With its gorgeous beaches, stunning waterfalls, mountains, culture, and safaris, Sri Lanka is one of the hottest tourist destinations. You'll never get tired or bored of the ethereal beauty of the country, and you'll most probably struggle to leave. All of this in a daily budget of $30 to $40 per person, but $20 to $30 if you're careful. Seems too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, it's not. With the budget chart planned out for you and food and drink amounting to $6, accommodation up to $17, and transportation up to $2, Sri Lanka is high on our travel list. Make sure to not miss out. Next up, we have Indonesia, a home to the city with intensely stunning beaches. Moving on to the fourth destination country on a budget, we'd like to introduce you to that holiday lifestyle in Indonesia. People traveling to Indonesia have reported the overall daily budget to be $40 to $50 per person, with it divided into $1.50 to $2 on food and drinks, up to $30 for accommodation, and up to $8 for traveling based on your mode of transport. With its beautiful beaches, lush organic foods, to its exotic history, ethereal temples, and a scenic view to die for, Indonesia is a must-visit for all those travelers on a budget, especially if you have an eye for art and architecture. Don't forget, it is the home to Bali. Get your sunscreen and your swimsuits. It's time to hit the beach. Moving on to Thailand. Beautiful, well set up for travel, and amazingly affordable. Just the scenic view of Maya Bay in Thailand has got us going starry-eyed. Imagine what the rest of the scenery and fresh breeze in Thailand can do for your health and reconnection with nature. Not only is it extremely affordable, but also has a traveler-friendly, hospitable environment. Visitors can see everything from jungles to temples and white beaches, where the sight of the crystal clear blue water is a view to die for. It's warm all year round, so it's always great for a visit. It also has a very affordable reported daily budget of $50 to $65 per person at most, with eating out cost amounting to $10, accommodation up to $30, and transportation up to $21. It's definitely on our must-travel list. The next city on our list is Iran, a country of hospitality and incredible scenic beauty. For all you art and architecture enthusiasts, Iran is the perfect tourist spot to geek out on the eye candy that is their architecture. It's home to some of the most mind-blowing mosques on earth, composed of eye-blessing domes, jaw-dropping madrasas, and some of the most welcoming and genuine local people you will ever encounter. The beautiful contrasting landscapes that range from the deserts in the south to the snow-capped mountains in the north make Iran the ultimate destination of the year. It's super affordable and only getting more so by time. Daily cost per person coming somewhere around $35 to $45 per day, $3.50 to $4 for food and drinks, up to $16 for accommodation, and up to $6 for transportation. If you make wise choices and plan how to spend your money, you may just be able to visit a couple of our pointed destination countries this year. Moving on to the country known as a hidden gem of the tourism world, Laos. Laos is definitely a stop and stay destination point. Often overshadowed by its more famous neighbors in Thailand and Vietnam, Laos is not to be missed on your next Southeast Asian trip. This tiny country is an absolute gem with cheap eats, accessible transportation, and more natural attractions than you could fathom, one of which is beauty personified in the shape of Quang Si Falls. Travel through Laos can be easily worked into any budget, with options for all kinds of price points. The daily budget per person for a stay in Laos comes somewhere around $50 to $60 per person, with dining out amounting up to $5 to $6, accommodation adding up to $40 to $60, and transportation up to $16. Laos is a small, neatly tucked-in haven of ethereal beauty. It's the perfect place to unwind and give your budget a break. Number 8 is Ecuador, a budget traveler's paradise. It has islands, the Andes, and the Amazon rainforest, colonial towns with rich heritage, lively culture-influenced markets, and a strong indigenous culture. With hot springs, wild rivers, and unique wildlife, every day in Ecuador will be one well spent. The daily budget per person for Ecuador is $30 to $50. Eating out can cost up to $8 to $9, accommodation $10 to $40, and transportation as less as 35 cents to $5. All it takes is the right planning of fun activities to do while holding back on compulsive spending, and you've got a holiday worth remembering. An example is that bike rental is $10 for the whole day to cycle down by the Andes River, which provides a healthy, fun, and relaxing time pass. Next up is El Salvador, the correct budget country for all backpackers. Even though it's a small country, there's a lot to see, from volcanoes to lakes, traditional cities, beaches, and the Mayan ruins. All of these destinations within the country make the overall experience one of reverence and joy. It'll leave you reeling for days after. Due to the country being a small one and buses being the main form of transportation, transport costs do not amount to much of a number, coming to a total of 50 cents to $5 per day. The accommodation, however, can cost up to $10 per night, and the cost of eating out is around $1 to $2. The daily budget per person can be rounded off to $25 to $35. This little slice of heaven is great for an escape to reconnect with yourself and take a break from the fast-paced world around you. Last but not least, Honduras, a gorgeous and ecologically diverse nation. With the second largest barrier reef around the globe, the second largest rainforest in America, 470 miles of Caribbean coastline, a billion different kinds of birds, beaches more than we care to count, an abundance of tropical islands, and plenty of ancient ruins to explore, it's got a lot to offer. However, all of these exotic locations come with the price of high risk and dangerous safety hazards. We would advise even the most brave of the daredevils out there to be careful while indulging in the fun this country has to offer. The daily budget comes around $35 to $50 per person, so it really matters what kind of luxuries you let yourself indulge in. That being said, there are tons of things you can do in this Central American nation. Visiting awesome Mayan ruins to checking out national parks that are just teeming with wildlife. A large lunch consisting of rice, beans, and a drink will set you back $5 at the small local shops known as comedores. So keep these spots in mind as you travel this gorgeous nation. That's a wrap for this video. What's the cheapest country you've ever visited? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.